Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Turning podcast, where we talk all things agriculture and maybe a few other notable topics. This episode is powered by Mazer Group. Mazer Group is a family-owned and operated New Holland dealer complex consisting of 18 locations across Saskatchewan and Manitoba. I'm your host, John Mazer. Hi, Alex.
Hi, John.
Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, no worries.
Right on. To all our listeners out there, we have Alex Huisman on right now. He is Director of Parts and Service for Saskatchewan for Mazer Group. Just a year on the job, I believe.
Just a year.
Like, what was the actual date?
June 13th.
It was a wonderful day for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew what we were getting.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah, yeah. And correct me on the name. I said Huisman.
That works.
You said it's Dutch. What is, like, you said it before. I would like you to say it again.
It's Huisman.
Huisman.
Yeah.
With some, like, weird roll of the tongue there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go with it. Alex, so we just said you've been with Mazer Group for a year, which is unbelievable. Before then, actually, let's go back to the start if we can. You've had a career in agriculture. Or
yes.
Part of a career in agriculture.
Well, I would call it a career in agriculture. I haven't really done anything else.
Take me to the beginning.
So, graduated high school, had no idea what I wanted to do. Not a clue. Spent the summer running a vac truck at a lake, pumping out septic tanks. It was enjoyable.
You're the shit man.
I was the shit man.
A happy one at that.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I had a good time. I always have fun. I didn't know what I wanted to do. A buddy of mine that I went to school with, he was like, "Oh, I'm taking this ag mechanics course." I'm like, "Wow, that sounds fun. I'll give her a shot." So ended up going up to Saskatoon, took the pre-employment ag tech program at SciAst. And that's a 1-year course. Came out of that, nobody in the ag industry was hiring. It was early 2000s. It was kind of in a downturn. So I ended up getting a job at Bobcat and Kubota in Saskatoon.
Okay.
As their yard guy and PDI guy for all their Kubota lawnmowers. Did that for about a year, and then ag was starting to kind of pick up. My buddy that I went to high school with and SciAst with was working at John Deere right across the street. That was Farm and Garden Center at that time. So he talked to the boss, got me a job there, and that was kind of where I started my career in ag in 2005. And so I worked in Saskatoon till the spring of 2008. And then we relocated, my wife and I, to Watrous. Still working for the same company. Reason for moving, small town kid. Didn't want to raise my kids in the big city. So Watrous was kind of like, well, we'll see what it's like. So I started there as shop foreman, worked in the shop, worked on the road, did a lot of that sort of stuff. Eventually did move up into the service manager position, did that for about a year, but at the time wasn't really my gig at the time. That time we had rebranded to Service Equipment. They had a technical call center, so technicians and farmers could phone in to the technical call center. Nice part was that was kind of really early remote work. There was half a dozen of us in there, and we all just worked at different locations, and it was all just through a call center, 1-800 number. They'd phone in, we'd pick up and walk them through what we could. Did that for about a year, and then I got a phone call from the store manager up at our Melfort location. So moved up there after he offered me a job for service manager there. Had a great support up there. He was awesome. Good shop to work in, busy. There was 16 guys, a couple foremen, truck, very similar to Regina here. And that was kind of where I went till the fall of 2019, where then I was offered the corporate service manager job for Service's 22 John Deere ag locations in Canada. So most of them were in Alberta, and then a couple in Saskatchewan. I was responsible for making sure the service departments were efficient and doing all that sort of stuff.
And you're still living in Melfort at this time?
At that time, yeah. Still living in Melfort. Then the Brandt acquisition happened. And I guess for me personally, I saw the values of Brandt weren't going to match up with the values of Alex Huisman. So we decided at that point that we would move back to Watrous. Was kind of looking at what I was going to do, because we always liked Watrous, made some good friends there, lifelong friends, that the ones you'll never lose, right?
Yep.
And every year we were in Melfort, we missed Watrous like a bugger, and always wanted to get back there. Moved back, we were looking for a place to live. So I texted Josh. He's one of the sales guys for Mazer up in Watrous there. And I said, "Oh, I see you got a house for sale." He's like, yeah, well, it's kind of sold, got an offer on it or whatever, but why? Well, I'm moving back to Watrous. Well, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. Just going to figure that one out, I guess. We're going to make the move. And he's like, well, we need a service manager. You should come work for Mazer Group. And that's kind of how the conversation got going.
And it never stopped.
No. Then next thing you know, I'm getting a phone call from Courtney, our talent acquisition specialist. And then all of a sudden I'm in an interview with Chris and Trish and Karen and talking about all things Mazer Group.
Yeah.
And for me, the thing that drew me to Mazer Group the most, it was interviewing for a service manager position. I've done service manager before. I know what the whole bag is. I know it's the same, no matter what the color paint or vehicle, or it could be truck, car, everything. It's all the same. So I asked a lot of questions about culture. What's the Mazer Group culture? What's it like? What's the structure? How does everything work? And that was more what interested me than the color of paint or whatever we happened to be doing at the time. Right. So yeah, here I sit a year later.
Here you sit. Just so you know, I'm bringing producer Jay in right now. Like what he just explained was like, you'd have a better chance of finding a unicorn. So he, and there's no knock and Watrous or anything like that. It's a beautiful town, beautiful area, but like somebody that wanted to move back there, like usually it's the other way around. You said, you wanted to move to a small town, raise the kids there or whatever, but usually it's the opposite. You know, parents are wanting to move to the big city, get kids more involved with sports, that sort of thing. So the fact that we had like a corporate service manager moving, or corporate service manager experience moving to Watrous, where we were actively looking for a service manager. And not only that, had it in the back of our minds that at one point we wanted to expand the director roles within Mazer Group is like.
And where is Watrous?
Watrous is what it, like
2 hours.
2 hours northwest, call it. North.
Well, north basically from here.
Sure.
You go up Highway 11 towards Saskatoon, and then you shoot off on Highway 2 up
that's right.
That's Watrous.
It's where that's where the spa is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea. Yeah. Which I need to go float in.
Yeah.
Because I bob.
I stay away from all dead seas.
Have you done it?
No.
Oh, we got to do it together then.
Yeah, sure. We can both be first timers. It's weird. Yeah, I've lived there for, I don't know, it'll be 8-9 years now. Never been in the lake.
Really?
Or in the spa.
Now, you don't see too many boats on there or anything like that. Because it's bad for.
Getting more and more now.
Is there?
Yeah, it's bizarre. Guys will take their Malibu boats out there and go wakeboarding, and I don't know. It's
just it's like a post on lake cleaning process that needs to be done, or else
there's a lot of salt and minerals in there for sure. Yeah, it's like if you were to put that boat in the ocean, you're gonna have to spend some time cleaning it when you're done.
Oh my goodness.
Get rid of all the barnacles.
That's right. Yeah. So maybe producer Jay will join us and we'll have a float date.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go float.
Yeah. The three of us will bob in that lake like apples.
Yeah.
I'll be the only one that sinks. Trust me.
Defying all odds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I love you, producer Jay. Yeah. So just to reverse a little bit, perfect. And thank you for the story. But there was a moment where you chose Watrous.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, so in my conversations with Brant during the acquisition, their structure is set up a little bit differently. So how they do their, I guess, corporate roles, we'll say, is set up a little bit differently. They're not just focused solely on one industry. They spread that out. So they had a couple positions they were talking to me about. One of them was that I would have to move to Regina. No offense to Regina, not moving to Regina.
That's fine. Yeah.
Didn't want to be anywhere near. Not even that. It was just even to live around Regina. To me, I just kind of looked at it and went, it's not really our thing.
Plus the distance.
Well, and plus it was still for a company that I wasn't 100% sold on. Right,
Sure.
Like there was still this gut feeling that I had that even if I were to make that move and come join them and, start working for them, I didn't feel it was going to be long-term. So in my mind, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to make a move your whole family, uproot the kids, make them change schools, all that stuff for something that wasn't, a sure thing, we'll say.
Yeah.
So Watrous for us, it's nice because 2 hours from Regina, only an hour from Saskatoon. There's lots happening there. There's lots of industry. It's very ag, but there is lots of potash mines around. So there's lots of business happening. And with today's world of remote work, I figured that there was an opportunity at some point, just didn't know what it was at the time. And I guess everything kind of happens for a reason.
Absolutely,
I mean, when I made the plan to move to Watrous, it wasn't, I'm going to work for Mazer Group. It just kind of happened naturally, right?
Yeah.
Like
And you're talking about I'm going all the way back, like, because there was an initial move to Watrous, and that's what you're talking about, right?
No. The initial move to Watrous when we were young was, I had a really good service manager at the time. My wife and I had just got married. Then she was pregnant. And so I just gave him the courtesy of, you know what, at some point we're going to leave the city.
Yep.
A kid might be born here and, might start, but eventually, we're not raising our kids here.
Right.
And then it was, that's another funny thing because it was coming around that time of year where it was annual reviews, employee reviews. And so I'm working away in the shop and everybody's going in one by one. And I was the last guy. I hadn't been in yet. So I went and asked my boss, what's going on? Am I going to get my review or what? And he just looks at me and goes, yeah, but we got to wait for Sheldon, who is one of the owners.
Yep.
He wants to sit in your review. And I'm going, oh man, what does this mean? Now I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But it was, he wanted to personally ask me if I wanted to, make the move to Watrous because, it was a dealership they had just kind of acquired at the time, a year prior. And they were looking for, some young techs, a young talent to get in there and they wanted to expand that business. So we went down, that was on a Friday. We went down on the Monday, kind of toured the town. And I mean, it looked like a nice place. We didn't really know anything about, I had to look it up on the map. Didn't even know where Watrous was.
Yeah.
So we made the trek down there, saw the store, visited with a few folks, toured around town a little bit, and decided to make that move. Buying a house at the time, that was when, that's 2008. Housing was in its first crazy upswing, so it was hard to find a place. So I actually commuted back and forth from Saskatoon for the first month, we'll say. While my wife is 8 months pregnant.
Oh, she would have loved that.
Oh yeah, it was a great time. Yeah. It was, so we managed to find a house, get moved in. And then, at the end of May, our oldest daughter was born and, it's been a great ride. Ever since.
Yeah. So daughter was born in Watrous?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, sorry. In Saskatoon.
In Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both our daughters were born in Saskatoon.
Okay. And you have two daughters?
2 daughters.
Ages now?
15 and 11.
Great ages.
Yeah.
You have
oldest one's got her learner's license now.
I was just going to ask, you're going to be looking for cars soon here.
Well, eventually. Yeah.
We probably got a couple old service trucks so we can cycle.
Some older Addy half ton somewhere is. Your first vehicle can't be nice because you're going to wreck it.
That's right.
Well, I mean, maybe Boy will wreck it, but I don't know. I don't think she will, but that was always kind of my thing. Like, we'll buy you a junker because you can learn to fix it and not worry about if you back into something and dent the bumper.
Yeah, kind of prove yourself in the whole driving world. Yeah. Well, that's exciting stuff. So, well, that's the explanation of a unicorn right there. Us finding Alex, which was amazing.
It's wild that he calls a guy to get a house.
Yeah.
And that's how it happens.
Small town
a different call with a different company. Yeah. And he might not be sitting here right now.
Yeah. Exactly. And was Josh one of the guys that you met, like one of the lifelong friends, or
Josh?
Great guy, by the way.
So Josh and his dad, Stu, John Deere customers actually. So I'd been out there on their farm service calls, and Josh and I kind of kept in touch base here and there, and I knew him. Actually, when I was a tech, sometimes I would go out there after hours, run a combine for him every now and then. Real good friends with him and his family. It's just bizarre because if he wasn't working for Mazer Group, I wouldn't be either. Essentially.
Yeah.
It's weird how the world works.
Yeah.
Because when he told me he was working for Mazer Group, I'm like, doing what? You work in the oil patch and you farm. Like, what do you mean you work for Mazer Group? Oh, I'm selling. I'm like, oh, okay, right? I mean, Josh could do that. He's definitely got a gift of gab there and be able to talk to people. So it's kind of bizarre how things work out.
It was crazy. Yeah. And I remember Chris and I don't know if he told you, but Chris and I go back to high school.
Yeah.
And we're pretty we're really close. And I remember talking to him after your interview and his eyes were this big. You have no idea the unicorn we just found in Watrous. And he's moving back to Watrous. He decided to make the move before an offer of employment was out there. So it was oh my God, this is unbelievable. So so that was the service manager role. We had we did find a replacement for the service
Yeah.
manager to get you in your role. It unfortunately didn't work out, and we've just recently found another service manager for them.
Seamus. Yeah.
Seamus, yeah. So that's super exciting. And I hear he's settling in nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. Super smart guy.
Yeah.
Not a technician by trade, but super eager and keen to learn. Like he's a sponge. He's just soaking everything up. And I don't know who he's worked for in the past, but he keeps saying to me, like, I keep waiting for you guys to be like, it's a joke. We're not actually this nice. Like, because he can't get over how kind everybody is and how everybody just wants to help you and it wants you to succeed. And I mean, that's what I saw in Mazer Group, right?
Yep.
Like through my interview processes, that's the culture that I want to work in.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent 17 years with a company because I liked the company. It didn't matter the color of paint. Sure, it was green and, whatever. But to me, I think I've heard you say it before. Everybody makes a good product. They really do. I mean, and especially in the last number of years, everybody is pretty neck and neck. It's really the service and parts and that sort of stuff. It's the care from the dealership. That's what keeps the guys. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the relationships. It's how well you look after your customers and just show them that you care and that they're not a customer number per se.
Yeah.
Like each individual customer has a relationship with somebody at the dealership or many people at the dealership.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about the ag industry?
The ag industry?
Yeah.
Probably how much it changes.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a really good point.
Well, I mean, I think back to when I first started, auto steer wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
And then auto steer came out, and I remember being out on a service call at some old farmer's place, and he's like, I don't know what we need that for. If you can't drive in a straight line, you shouldn't be farming. And now, like, equipment breaks down, and it's like, it's because the auto steer. Well, I'm not running it. What do you think? I have to steer this?
The mechanics are actually fine.
Yeah.
It's just the part that will direct the. Yeah.
The auto steer doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. It's broke down. I can't run it. It's like, okay, but you can, but guys it's just one of those things that people are just used to, right? And I mean, I like to look forward to the future, and I mean, you see autonomy coming in, you see drones, all that sort of thing. Like, the future is endless in ag, and it's kind of this hidden little niche, right? Like Tesla comes out with a self-driving car, and we're like, ooh, we've had auto steer since 2006.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've got $1 million car. Yeah, okay. I'll see you that and $3 million combines.
Yeah.
Right. Like
exactly. Yeah.
So it's kind of, we're in this little niche thing, and I love that. That it's always changing, forever changing. It's not stagnant, and that's to me that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. The autonomous cars. Yeah. I 100% agree with you. But we've been sub-inch accuracy for over a decade now. Like literally sub 1 inch accuracy, and you think of these big machines, like how they can do that, but it's just the way agriculture is now.
Yeah.
And technology's kind of taken over. We've had the autonomy conversation on a couple episodes here. Do you think that there will ever be no operators?
Oh yeah.
You do?
100%.
You do, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, with satellite technology,
yeah.
Guys are getting real good at mapping their fields. You're going to be able to farm from behind a computer.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So there'll be a monitor of the unit while it's going. Like I guess there's so many levels of autonomy but I always believe that there will be a human aspect in the industry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be completely out of touch.
Right. Yeah.
There's going to have to be somebody pushing buttons and keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
But I think if depending, like you say, on what level autonomy you're looking at, do I think it's going to be in the next 5 years? No, but I would say in the next 10 years for sure. There's going to be, you drop your piece of equipment off at a field and just let it go to town. I mean, there's cameras. You look at even just sprayer technology with different systems that are looking at weeds and only spraying specific weeds. I mean, I've heard the argument before, well, what about if you're combining canola and you're picking up a swath and your swather operator didn't do a good job and there's a beaver rut? Well, cameras can fix that. They're going to look for specific crop flow and be able to slow the machine down. Yeah. I mean, technology is a crazy thing, and you can make it do almost anything. Yeah, you can. And it's just funny that you bring up the beaver hut thing, because we've all been there. Oh, yeah. And like, you can't inch that combine forward slow enough to take it in. But
maybe a computer knows how to slow down the reel and then slow down the auger and then like slowly take it up the feeder house, but you never know.
That's just code.
It's just writing code.
Yeah,
eh?
it's easy.
Yeah. Well, that's for
Probably made it sound real easy, but somebody somewhere.
if you want to get on that from if you want to get on that from Mesa Group, that would be great.
Yeah,
Just
I'll just on my coffee breaks, I'll work on it. You bet. Yeah.
Just write a bit of code. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's technology. We're doing a little bit of catch up on the New Holland side. We're getting there. Obviously, you coming from the other color, I'm just going to say it was green.
Yeah.
Well, everybody should know that anyway. But they've done some wonderful things with. Oh my God, I can't think of it now. JD Link.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of the benchmark again. And this is just proving that I 100% did say to you that everybody makes a good product, and they do.
Yep.
Everybody makes a good product. They put a lot of emphasis on technology, which is very smart. We're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting there, but we're just not there yet. So
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, you betcha. Right on. Well, I think I'm going to stop the business stuff right now.
Okay.
I know you're busy. You got to get back to work.
Yeah.
I'm robbing you, but I'm going to bring producer Jay in.
Okay.
Because he's got some fun stuff for us to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're both going to answer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Both
this
of
is
us.
the time where I take over the
Yeah.
show,
Okay.
and Johnny becomes the second guest.
Oh.
That's right.
So-
we can discuss this stuff.
Before we get into your favorite toy on the wall here, which we'll finish with, I got something called This or That. So I'm just gonna it's kind of rapid fire, but I'm just gonna give you 2 or 3 things,
Yeah.
and you got to tell me what you'd prefer.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. So first one is day partying versus night partying.
Oh, shit.
All day.
Day.
Your day?
Oh, yeah.
Both day.
I think I'm day 2. Not day
old.
2. Not like, yeah,
I'm old.
Day 2.
I enjoy a good like day drunk, get
Yeah.
to bed at a decent time, wake
Yeah.
up refreshed.
Yeah.
Ready to do it again.
Okay.
When you say day party, I think of pool parties in Vegas, and I think days on the boat.
Yeah.
And nights, like I think of nightclubs and stuff like that. But right now, like I must be getting old too. Like I'm in my 40s. I'm 40. I'm not in my 40s, and I'm
Yeah.
40, and I love bedtime.
Yeah.
I love bedtime.
Yeah. No, I enjoy a good,
Yeah.
a good day drunk.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the odd night one, but if we're picking, I'm
Yeah.
day. We're both day.
Okay. How about my favorite and most important question, Coke or Pepsi?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, Coke.
Coke.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are both my favorite.
Yeah, right on. Now, having said that, yesterday when we were at lunch, when the waitress said, "What can I get you to drink other than water?" I said, "Coke or Pepsi is fine."
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, there are some people out there that would order a Coke, and the waitress says, "Is Pepsi all right?" And they go, "Absolutely not."
Yeah. No, I if I'm out,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't.
What's in my fridge at home? Coke.
Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got the
Coca-Cola.
bite
Yep.
that Pepsi does not have.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you.
Okay, next one.
Yep.
New York City or Los Angeles for whatever you want, either to live, visit.
Have you been to either?
Never.
No, I've been to New York, and it's magical. I've never. Now, I don't have to say that. I was going to say I've never been in the summer because I heard it's a big city. Cities produce lots of garbage, so it tends to like downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
There tends to be a bit of a smell. I don't know. I can't guarantee that because I've never. But I've been to New York. Both times I went were in. I think they were both in December, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Los Angeles is like go to see movie stars, that sort of thing. But I just
No, I would pick LA.
nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
Because I look at that and I go, well, I mean, Disneyland's close for the kids. Vegas isn't too far away.
It's not. No.
Right. Yeah.
You make a very good point there,
there's
Alex.
some good day trips you could make happen.
Yeah.
out of
New
LA.
York is fast and it's aggressive and people are very open and like,
Yeah.
And then Los Angeles is a little bit more chill. So I kind of like the LA thing too.
Gotcha.
I've been to both.
Cool.
So I kind of like the LA thing.
Right on. I'll take that.
Okay. How about diesel, gas, or electric?
In what?
See, this is where I knew your expertise was going to come in. Let's just go average citizen getting a new vehicle. A truck.
A truck?
Yes.
Average citizen.
Average citizen truck? Probably just a gas half ton.
Yeah, gas half ton.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Like, I mean, diesel's sure. Like diesel's great for obviously farm equipment. You get your big diesel trucks for your work trucks, but if we're talking average citizen, gas. Electrics, like electric. I was coming back from Avonlea the other day. I was picking my stepson up from school in Avonlea. He goes to school there, lives in Briarcrest with his dad when he's not with us. But I saw a Tesla
Yeah.
heading out to Avonlea. I'm like, you better have charged that fucker before you left, because there is no charging stations in Avonlea.
Yeah, bring your extension cord. You're gonna need it.
Right? Yeah.
Yo.
What's yours called, Producer Jay?
What's my call?
Yeah.
Well, I drive gas.
Yep.
I've never drove a diesel. And I'm what you call a late adopter with technology.
Yep.
So I wait for the electric car to be tried, proven, true.
Yeah.
Then I'll believe in it. Then I'll take the chance. That's just how I am. So for now, I'm sticking with gas.
I get.
I say gas for your average citizen, because especially in cities, you can't just pull up to any pump and get diesel either.
Oh, okay.
This is true.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you pull into any gas station and get diesel.
Yeah.
So, guys, I played in a punk band back in 1999 to 2004.
That's
and
amazing.
we toured Western Canada in a van that ran off propane.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
And you needed it
Yep.
to be certified
Yep.
with a sticker to get propane.
Yep.
And we, being young, said, you know what? We're going on tour anyways.
Like you didn't have the sticker?
No. So screwed.
Oh, not good. Yeah.
Not only did we have to find a station that filled propane,
Yeah.
but we had to negotiate with that person every time.
Oh yeah.
We're in a band. We got to get to the show.
Yeah.
You know, could you please get us enough propane to get to the next town? And so I was going to put propane in there as a joke, but I did.
That's so funny. Well,
Yeah.
do we do Wattress? We're a safety station. Is that what you call it? Like, we're
SGI safety.
SGI safety station. So, like, can we do propane stuff there?
Well, we wouldn't, because we're only mid-level and heavy-duty trucks.
Gotcha. Okay.
So not anything light duty. Like even RVs, there's a chart we have to follow for RVs.
Gotcha.
But we're basically just heavy trucks.
So we cannot sell stickers to punk bands, is what you're telling me. Okay.
No, can't make that happen. No. Semis don't run on diesel.
All right. I'll put that little side job away then.
Yeah.
Not one person left us hanging, and we went on to make musical magic
Unbelievable.
across Western Canada.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, so my last one is you get a choice to leave your current industry and become one of these. Which one is it? Famous actor, famous rock star, or a professional athlete?
I'm a rock star.
Me too.
Yeah, why?
I got a little bit of musical history in me. I was a band geek in high school. I started with, I'm going deep here, like grade 7, played clarinet, moved to tenor saxophone in grade 8. And then I wanted to be cool in band, so I switched to percussion and played drums for like grade 10, 11, and 12. And I that on top of that, I love music, but like there's nothing better than leading a band, whether it be 3 guys or a high school concert band with drums.
I enjoy a good rock concert.
Yeah.
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 There's something about music that touches people.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, people can unite behind sports. They can really get moved by a movie, but music will bring people to tears.
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. 100% they will. Yeah. I'm assuming you're on the same.
I think because I played music, I've always wanted to kind of be an actor.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I think actors are the ones that you really don't know who they are. They truly are just, they're all acting.
Yep.
And they get to go create something in really creative sets and make really like magic things happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like you can write a song and it changes people's lives or your life, but you can also like, there's something about acting that kind of is an escape too.
Yep.
So I kind of like that.
Yeah. It's a really good point.
Okay. So that's this.
Liked it. It was good.
That's this or that.
We didn't disagree on too much.
Yeah.
And then when we did, it was like nice, civil, polite but spirited conversation.
Weren't throwing fists.
That's right. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. And so the last is, Alex, we just need you to grab your favorite toy from the shelf and kind of talk to Johnny about it.
Oh, you know, I enjoy any
Yeah, pull it down.
any good 4-wheel drive with some massive tires on it.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a tire guy. Tracks the tires. Yeah.
All day long. Yeah. I know some guys like tracks, but
Yep.
I guess I look at it and go, there's way less maintenance on a wheel than there is on a track unit.
Yep.
But again, depending on what you're doing with it.
Sure.
Right? It's like
Yep.
anything.
Yep.
If you were buying a 4-wheel drive that had to be all around good for everything, including running the grain cart, then I would maybe steer towards tracks because you don't have to worry about width with the duals. But I do enjoy a big meaty set of duals on a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 900 metrics on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're selling those 620 Versatiles with 900s on there.
It looks so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple older ones back there with triples on it. Like, I mean, those,
That's too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
Too
Yeah,
much.
Too much tread. And then what's your thoughts on like big 1400 metrics or 1600s?
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I guess I'd have to actually run one.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I make my decisions
Yeah.
is, wheels float a lot better. I mean, yeah, you can have all the gab suspension in the world and take out some of it, but there are always a certain aspect of rough.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I like wheels. I guess all around,
Yep.
it's the best option in my opinion.
Yeah. I can get on board with that 100%.
Yeah.
Trucks are just like, they seem to be taking over with 4-wheel drives.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I mean, yeah, to all the farmers out there, as the tracks and wheels thing is the great debate, and it's kind of whatever your preference is. We talked about this just the last episode we did with Tyler, but New Holland's coming out with a new undercarriage system for our 4-wheel drive track units, which is super exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's coming along. So the tracks are making on the New Holland side, the tracks are getting better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this. It was funny. Of course, referencing back to my old days in the green.
Yeah.
It was, oh no, you only need 2 tracks. That's it. Just 2 tracks.
Twin track. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the RX comes up. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. 4 tracks. Yeah. Just buy all these 4 tracks.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
Of course, everybody in the Case New Holland world's going, duh.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome aboard.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for showing up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, like if you want to talk about that, we can kind of segue into combines a little bit, because both Case and John Deere sold against twin rotor.
Yeah.
Forever. And guess who just came out with a twin rotor?
Yeah.
John Deere has a brand new designed for producer Jay, brand new designed twin rotor combine.
Yeah.
Which they sold against up until now.
Yeah.
So forever up until now. And then I'm not sure what's happening on the Case side. We'll just see, like, a time will tell, but John Deere did it.
Well, see, John Deere, before they even came out with a single rotor combine, you don't need a rotary combine.
No, of course not. Yeah, conventional
just
fine.
Buy a Walker combine. That's all you need. And then a rotor combine came out. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. You guys should all buy rotor combines. So I mean,
it's a wonderful industry.
That's why I say, like, sure, I spent 17 years there, but I was a tech, right? So I saw it all. And, I mean, lots of my friends know that I'll give you an honest opinion, right? To me, color paint doesn't matter. It's what are you buying it to do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting because New Holland currently, like now, John Deere obviously come out with a twin rotor, but if you're looking for a combine to thrash grain, 2 rotors is where it's at.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. And we've been doing it for 45 years.
Yeah. Just, 1 or 2 longer than everybody else.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So, no, it's good stuff. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Yeah. I know you're crazy busy, and thank you for sneaking this in. I want to have you on again if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe get a group of us on, because there is 3 director of parts and service in Mazer Group. Yeah. Alex represents Saskatchewan, and then the province of Manitoba is split into 2 with Trish and Ray. So maybe we get all 3 of you on one day.
Oh, for sure.
Right on.
Yeah. We have a good time.
Absolutely. Until then, thank you again.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Alex.